This is A New Angle, and I'm your host, Justin Angle. This show is supported by First Security Bank, Blackfoot Communications, and the University of Montana College of Business. Hey folks, welcome back, and thanks for tuning in. Some huge news to tell you all about today. Starting July 1, A New Angle is moving to Montana Public Radio. Our shows will air on Thursday nights at 7:30 and Sunday mornings at 5 a.m. This is a great honor, and we're excited for the opportunity to reach a broader audience. I'm often asked why I do this podcast, and there are many reasons. It started as a project for my marketing class, then morphed into a way to tell positive stories about cool people doing awesome things in the University of Montana orbit. The reason I keep going, however, is learning. In each one of the nearly 200 interviews I've done, I've learned something. We've got to keep learning. And conversations about difficult topics is a great way to do that. For many years, Brian Kahn's Homeground Radio played that role here in Montana. He was a master at navigating controversial topics and bringing people together through conversation. We deeply miss Brian's voice on the Montana Public Radio airwaves and in our community, and I'm humbled by the opportunity to occupy his former time slot on the MTPR schedule. We'll do our best to continue the Homeground tradition, keep learning, and looking for ways to find connection. Most of the media sources we consume are explicitly designed to divide us, to send us further down rabbit holes of what we already believe to be true. We need to actively resist those forces. And here at A New Angle, we're committed to doing that work. So I'm here today with Ainsley and Charlotte Angle. Ainsley, Charlotte, how's it going?
Good. Good enough.
So where'd you grow up? What did your parents do?
We grew up in Montana. That's what I was going to say.
Okay.
Missoula, Montana.
Okay. And what did your parents do?
They work here at the university.
You're cutting me off every time I try to speak. My dad does this podcast that you are listening to right now, if you hear this. And my mom does a bunch of weird stuff that I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, she's got a mysterious job.
Oh, you're also a professor.
That's right. Okay, so Charlotte, Ainsley, now we are going to be on the radio every week. What do you think of that, Charlotte?
I think it's awesome.
Why is it awesome?
Because now more people can hear your podcast.
Oh, okay. Ainsley, what do you think of the radio deal?
I think it's a lot of extra work.
For whom?
For you.
Is that a problem?
Yes.
Why is that a problem?
Because then it takes out of the time where we could be doing awesome stuff outside.
Oh, okay.
Instead, you're on your computer like usual.
So my final question, if I could have any guest in the world, who would you want me to get, Charlotte?
The Avid brothers.
That's more than one person, but yeah, we'd love to get the Avid brothers. Yeah. We've tried. They've been elusive, but they're coming back in 2022, and we're going to try to get them.
Yay!
Ainsley, who would you like me to get?
I would like you to convince Mom to be on the podcast.
She's been on for a little snippet before, but it was kind of reluctant.
I would like you to put Seth on.
Seth who?
Seth Bonner.
He's been on. Oh. Yeah, haven't you been listening?
Yeah, not really. It would be pretty awesome if you two came on here.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so you want me to get some more musicians. Bono and the Avid brothers. That would be pretty cool. Anyway, girls, thanks for stopping by the show. Thanks for supporting the endeavor and contributing to the project.
Bye.
There are many people I'd like to thank for helping us get to this exciting step. The first is Elizabeth Willey, former comms director here at the University of Montana College of Business. She was the first to say yes to this idea. Stefan Borsum jumped at the chance to edit and produce our first few months of episodes. Our dean at the time, Chris Shook, pitched in some funds to help me pay Stefan. And students joined the team too, including Mason Dow, Ellie Hennesek, Aiden Morton, and Max Gibson. Then we landed some sponsors. Nick Elliott at Consolidated Electrical Distributors wanted more students to know about the great career opportunities at CED. Jeff Petticord of First Security Bank and Debbie Dantic of Blackfoot Communications have been critical partners in the project, helping us get the equipment we need to produce good sound and free up some of my time to work more on the show. Jeff Ament, John Wicks, and VTO gave us their music to make the mix pop. Other great folks in the community, like John Fiore, Russ Piazza, Paul Gladen, and Margie Menendez, pitched in to fill gaps and open doors. As we gain momentum, our wonderful University of Montana alums Michelle and Lauren Hansen gave us a home, Studio 49. And Aspen Runkle grabbed the social media ball and ran with it. We made a big step forward when my colleague and friend Jeff Meese came on board as our sound guru. He professionalized our workflow and the listener experience. AJ Williams joined our team last year as a real producer and someone with journalism chops. So many other folks have made meaningful contributions. University of Montana President Seth Bodner, Chief of Staff Kelly Webster, friends and colleagues Sam Panarella, Rob Saldine, Jackie Moore, Mike Foote, Tyler Hamilton, Dan Pierce, Sarah Renfrey, and of course, my favorite economist and monthly co-host, Bryce Ward. The University of Montana College of Business and our Dean, Suzanne Tillman, are critical partners as well, supporting our efforts to reach all of you and giving me the platform to tell the stories I think are important. Thank you. And of course, the biggest thanks goes to all of you, the folks listening and telling us how to make our show better, and the many, many amazing guests who've shared their stories with us. Finally, great thanks to my wife, Maggie, and my daughters, Ainsley and Charlotte, for tolerating my obsession with this not quite in my job project. So for the first time in 3.5 years, we won't have an episode for you next Tuesday. Tune in to Montana Public Radio at 7:30 on Thursday evening, July 1st, or 5 a.m. on Sunday, July 4th. Or just keep following our same podcast feed where you're listening now, and new episodes will now come out on Thursday mornings. Our production team going forward will include me, Jeff Meese, and AJ Williams, and we're excited to be joined by the great Nick Mott for editorial guidance. I've gotten this team to the place where I'm the weakest link, and that feels pretty good. Great thanks, and we'll see you next time.